Hi, in this lesson we're going to go over analyzing your e-learning checkout process. Hi, I'm Angel from Artsy Course Experts, and we help creative online course teachers with their tech. In this lesson, we're going to analyze the e-learning checkout process. So how do customers turn into students when they go to your website or your course or your community and actually pay and check out and buy that service that you offer? So that's what we're going to go into, and we're going to dig into some of the possible problems and things you can do to improve and maximize your conversions on your checkout process. First of all, what is the checkout process? So this is the purchasing steps when your prospects, who aren't your customers yet, but they will become your customers when they're ready to buy your products and services, and they go through these set of screens to pay and receive the access for the products and services that they bought. And that's when they become your students and your clients. So those few screens where they actually pay, that's the checkout process. That's what we're going to dig into today. First of all, let's go over their shopping and they become interested, right? They're looking at your features. They're seeing some of the pain points that you talked about, some of the challenges that your students are going through. They're reading on your sales page about the transformation, about what they're going to become, what capabilities they're going to get, or how in a year from now they might have a new job or new skills. So they're reading all of this on your landing page. They're very interested. They're seeing pictures of what your community looks like, or they might be seeing free previews of some of your lessons in the curriculum. So they're trying you out. And they might also have a couple of tabs open, right? So they're looking at some other Google searches or some competitors, and they're thinking about what their options are. They like you, and they just want to double check what else is out there. The next step is that tipping point where they're starting to read your testimonials, your reviews, your ratings from other prior students. They might be looking at your bonuses that you offer, such as some templates, some swipe files. They might be looking at limited time offers. So there might be some scarcity options that you're using there, that maybe Cyber Monday, Black Friday, or some other big deal that's happening and it's wrapping up in just a few days. So they need to make a decision. And then on top of that, you might have some sweeteners with some sort of discount. And then on that landing page, you might have a guarantee. So they already saw the testimonials, they see the discount, they see it's expiring soon. And then you're telling them, no worry, no risk. There's a guarantee here. If it doesn't work out, just let us know. We'll refund you in some capacity. So then they're ready to make the next step, and they need to decide what tier they might want from you. So you might have kind of a small, medium, large, or you might have a free mini course or something like that. And then if they don't want the free, but they really want the full value, they might have to decide, do they take the first basic plan or maybe pay a little extra for, maybe you offer coaching, or maybe it's a course and a community, or some sort of bundle where they get coaching as well. So as a client student, they're about to make a decision on which one they want, and then ultimately they're going to go to your shopping cart. It could be on your website, on your community page, on your course, or your various technology components and integration. If they make it to the cart, they're ready to buy. This is where hopefully on your browser or your mobile device, it shows the lock icon that it's secure, it's HTTPS. And so it's a secure protocol. They feel good. There's no hackers in case they're buying at an airport or at a Starbucks or something like that. So they want to feel that your website is secure. They might have poked around your website and maybe by accident, they've increased the quantity to 2, but they only really want 1. So that's where on the cart, they can double check that the quantity is 1 item of the thing that they just really wanted. So they'll see that brief description. They'll want to make sure that the cart is working. Again, they could be buying this on a tablet, not necessarily their desktop, or a cell phone. So you want to make sure that your checkout process is mobile friendly. And then for some reason, maybe this is historical, but a lot of e-commerce sellers like to have multiple confirmation steps. Hey, here's the card. Look at the card. Are you sure that it's in the card? Do you want to proceed? And you could probably do that in less steps. So be on the lookout for how you can reduce the steps and the exit ramps off your checkout process, right? So they've chosen something, they verify. At that point, their next step should be just give me your credit card, right? And so when you get to that next screen, that payment screen, you'll want to show them any possible tax, the total, with the discount. And you may offer currency options where they can see that number in a local currency, or you may want to get rid of that and just focus on your main currency, such as US dollars. And then you're going to let them decide how they're going to pay. So you could just take credit cards. You might take some of the new mobile options like Google or Apple Pay. You might take PayPal. Again, as you're adding these options, they might give them more capabilities, but you're also making your checkout process a little bit more complex. So you need to balance what are your payment methods and what's the right amount without distracting the bulk of your prospects. You may enter addresses, and this is where on another website that has shipping, you're probably not shipping stuff since we're talking about digital products, but you might have your billing address versus your real address. And remember, the billing address is connected to your credit card. So you'll want to make sure that that's there and at least like a zip code and the first line. And you may want to have an email here. The email industries is to send them a receipt and also in case there's a problem. But in your case, you're going to set them up and you're going to give them instructions later for how to get to that service and do that digital download. And then, of course, businesses like to collect phone numbers, probably in case there's a problem. But again, if you don't need it and you have the email, that might be good enough. And you may want to simplify your payment page. Some shopping cart systems or payment systems might have a variety of checkboxes at the end. I agree to the terms and this and that. You may or may not need that. I'm not a lawyer, but you can check that. But sometimes they're excessive. And we can probably simplify the payment process and maximize the conversions that happen on your e-learning products. So after they do the payment, they click buy, and then eventually they're going to see a complete success, right? And that should be branded. It has your messaging, welcome and congratulations. And you're going to also give them the next step. In the completion screen, you're going to also tell them the final price in case there were discounts or coupons used. And finally, you're going to want to make sure that your checkout process sent that email. It didn't go to spam. It didn't go to junk mail. And the next step is you want to really give them directions so that they can immediately access the products and services that they bought. So you want to give them access. It could be on the completion page, or they could be a link that says, click here to access your course or to log into your community. You want to kind of bridge them in. You don't want to just kind of hit them at a dead end there, and then they have to alt tab to email. The email should work as well, right? Because email is going to provide them a receipt, and then you're going to give them a nice welcome message with a great link and tell them, hey, save this email for future reference, bookmark this link to access your courses or your community. But you really want to bridge them into that access. That's where you'll give them some tips. Also, hey, log in with the email that you used to buy this service. And also let them know where to go, what page or what email to use if they have any problems. All right. So this summarizes the key steps and opportunities to optimize your checkout process for your courses, your communities, or even your coaching. And remember, you want to let your students know what to do if there's any problems. You'll want to think about problems in kind of three buckets. Access problems, they can't get to the course, they can't get to the community, they don't have the app, they never got your email. So there's some basic problems with access that you'll want to defend against them or get ahead of them. Let them know in your email, in your checkout page, where to go to get access. And then unfortunately, problems happen. So you got to get ahead of that and let them know where to go if they lose the link to log in, if their password isn't working, if they got billed the wrong amount, or maybe something's not working and they want a refund and you want to get ahead of that. And then unfortunately, problems happen. So you got to get ahead of that and let them know where to go if they lose the link to log in, if their password isn't working, if they got billed the wrong amount, or maybe something's not working and they want a refund and you want to get ahead of that. A little bit later, there might be changes that happen. They might want to change their email, change their password, or maybe it's a subscription and they might want to change their credit card or their plan. So somewhere in your ecosystem, whether it's email or the checkout or the dashboard and the welcome message, you're going to want to let them know where to go so that they can access their accounts and change anything that they need to. In all these cases, for access, for changes, and for problems, you'll want to let your now students know where they can go to get more information, frequently asked questions, submit a ticket, etc. All right, so now you're a lot smarter on the checkout process. There's more resources in the notes. Please subscribe to get more tips for creative online course teachers. If you need tech help with your courses, your community, your teacher website, visit www.rtcourseexperts.com. Talk to you soon. Bye.